What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my show, Yimbo Buys Everything, where we talk about all the stuff that I've spent my money on. And in this case, this is a special birthday episode edition. It is my birthday week. So yesterday, we had a nice family party, small gathering, get together. And yeah, I get to talk about some of my toy hauls because even though when you look around my basement, which is the disaster right now, just from cleaning the party and moving things around the house, it's a lot of toys everywhere. It's a little, like, speaking of toy anxiety, it's a little anxiety producing, but that's okay. That's why I have shots in my draft. That's why I have stuff saved that I'll be able to dole out this week. So that's good because then I'll be able to focus my free time on just cleaning up this mess. For instance, right now I have to be so careful stepping around because I have all of these wrestling figures just spread out on the floor that I don't want to step on. But it's for a shot with my boy Realm of Toys 89, Frank, who was on. He was my guest host last week. And we have this cool little idea that we've been brewing. So I just haven't shot it yet. I started setting it up. I'm about halfway done, but I have all my wrestlers out on the floor. And then to clean up and prepare for the party, I had to move like so many toys. I have too many toys, but that's okay. That's what we talk about. Too many toys, and more toys came in, which just makes me happy. So this is episode 46 of Yimbo Buys Everything. What is going on? Oh, it's my boy Rabbit's Dead. Hey Marco, how you doing, my man? So like I was saying, it is just me. Let's see, is that oh, I don't have I have my co-host thing on. Shoot. So it's just me tonight. I wanted to keep it on the shorter end. Sorry, as I'm like blanking and doing, this is why I should be doing this stuff more than once. But my kids it was one of those nights where they're pushing their bedtime, but they're so cute. So, I don't want to, so I didn't want to start the week. I don't want to send them to bed. I actually enjoy my kids. So I like spending time with them. But I got it all. I updated, so we're all good. But yeah, so this is episode 45 or 46, I should say, episode 46. Once again, thank you for joining in live in the chat. That you guys always make it better. You make it enjoyable, especially when I'm solo like I am tonight. So again, thank you, Paul. Again, I'm always going to shout him out. If you like streaming and you like that positive energy, he's your guy. So go check out Gaming with Fox. He's fantastic. And throw him a sub. Speaking of, hit the like button on this while you come in. And again, if you can spread the word, like I referenced it last week with Frank, but my goal is 1,000 subs this calendar year. If we could do it in 2022, I have a long way to go. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that is my goal. And again, I'm relying on all of you guys. So thank you to Colton's Comics for spreading the word, and Frank Realm of Toys always does it, and Toy Addict 17 is ridiculous. He's just. Thank you for every week promoting the show. Clintastic, what's going on? Thank you so much, man. Yeah, it was 40 was a hard pill to swallow. I'm not gonna lie. I remember 25 being a hard birthday. I feel like I managed 30 okay. I feel like maybe 37 was tough. I'm just trying, like all these years blend together, but 37 like entering the late 30s. But 40 really was. There were some nights I was just sitting on the couch after the kids went to bed, just sad. And I couldn't pinpoint it, but I think it was because, again, 40 is like another solid reminder that life goes fast, and to appreciate every day, man. I can't believe, especially when I looked at my childhood photographs. My wife had reached out to my mom and got all these pictures of me in my superhero gear. So that's something I'm going to show you guys. What's going on, Toy Addict? I was just shouting you out, my man. And King Eternal, Autumn Night. What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. So I have some fun stuff to go over with you guys. It's all birthday related or like Yimbo's life story, like what you've heard before, but I don't know. I have some fun stuff to show off. I want to show you the shirt first of all. Employee of the month. I never knew if I was going to wear because it's gotten so ratty and like gross on me, but this is the first thing I'm going to share with you. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have it up. If anybody remembers the scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin, and that's why, everybody loves making 40-year-old virgin jokes when they find out you're still into toys. But here, I had to show this up. This was the scene when he is playing video games. Come on, internet. There we go. So when I first grew my beard, I'm trying to remember what year it was, maybe 2009. It got super bushy and crazy on me. And I remembered this scene and I'm like, I'm going to make that shirt. So I made my own version of it. So like I said, it's got a little ratty on me now, but this was my version of the Employee of the Month. So, make your own stuff. I love making t-shirts, man. I love making t-shirts. And yesterday I had a shirt that my buddy Mike had made me years ago that had a version of this up on it. So like I have 2 shirts with my face on it. I mean, whatever. If that's a shock, then you haven't been watching me long enough. Oh, it's Rusty. Rusty's in the house. Skullified. How you doing? Thanks, Realm. What's going on, man? Good to see you, Frank. Oh, and Marco, yeah. So you like those picks, dude. All right, so maybe we'll start there because I didn't even these are my notes from last week's show with Frank. I didn't even get to write anything out because, like I said, I was gonna just kind of wing it, this evening since it was just gonna be. That's why I have my rotating group that I really thought about reaching out to and setting on the StreamYard link, and I was just like, this is gonna be a short show because I'm tired and but I'm still bringing the energy, but I can feel it. My energy bar was started at like a 70% on the battery life. So we'll see how it goes. And I just have, like my birthday hauls to go through. So that's why I figure we'll just stick with the chat tonight. And then I'll have some wifey cuddle time before, we start our next week of the hamster wheel. All right. So let's start there. That'll be fun. Good. I have my Instagram queued up. So here we go. I wish I could do both. This is why I need it. I mentioned it to Frank. I haven't done it yet, but I will be getting a new desktop. That's going to be like the birthday present that my wife did because we kept the party small, so this way I can get a nice desktop. And yeah, so the stream, like the production values will be upping. It just hasn't happened yet. So you'll know for sure, and that'll be cool because hopefully I'll have a double monitor set up so I can right now I'm looking at you guys in the chat. So again, thank you, Frank. Yeah, it's also see all the gems. Yeah. Well, here we go. So I'm gonna click through. So let's just so again, here's my page. I always tell you guys, and again, ooh, Danny, thank you so much. Here, we're gonna go back. So hang on. Wait, X out of that for a second. All right. Thank you, Danny, one more time for always putting those promos together. Really, it means the world. So here we go. I'm going to click over now. So I was looking at the chat, but now I'm going to have to switch to Instagram. So I will I'll just walk you through the pictures. I gave you a little commentary in the story. But again, I don't pretend that you guys are always, checking everything out. So I just wanted to highlight these because they really, if you haven't looked at your childhood pictures yet, and hopefully you have some, I know my wife doesn't have like a ton of them, but my mom was very big into photo albums and stuff. So I haven't done that deep dive in a long time. So just seeing these pictures up on the wall, I'm telling you, it is good to sit and reminisce because as much as I talk about childhood and toys, just seeing like the locations and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through it real fast if you guys don't mind. So number one, Toy Pick Community, I got a feature on there. So again, it was through my diorama print stuff. I'm trying to up my game with my promos. So here we go. Here we go. All right. So number one, this that old couch, that was our house in West Orange growing up. And as you can see, I had the power sword from He-Man and just He-Man. I told you, He-Man and Lion-O, huge influences in my younger life. That's why I have literally like a bucket of Masters of the Universe figures now. I can almost remember the Christmas that I got that power sword. I think that came first because I was definitely a little bit smaller here. You'll see the Eye of Thundera in a little bit. So I was bigger for that. So He-Man, I guess, was like, he beat Lion-O in my life. But man, I love that sword. I did. And that couch. So that brings me back to that is obviously somewhere in the 3 to 5 year old range. Now this one, and again, you can read the stuff here, but I'll read it out to you. So I said, so much of my childhood was spent in the Italian deli my grandparents owned and operated for like 50 plus years. So it's called Serafina's. It was back in Orange. And my mom made all of our costumes from scratch. So she had the sewing machine. My grandmother was a seamstress and taught her everything. So, like all my costumes were legit. Like that's a felt felt bat symbol with that she had cut out and put together, and like I remember that Batman mask with the because it was all stuffed up to get the pointy ears. And I just remember like that was the Halloween, but it might not have been a Halloween because I legitimately then wore that as my go-to, like, I'm a young toddlery kid playing and I wanted to be Batman. So like not only was it Halloween, but that it was just my Batman playtime outfit. So it was so cool. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, so that deli was awesome. So a couple of the other pictures you'll see, and it was just what a trip. When I really think about what my childhood was like, yeah, it was nuts. I loved it. I mean, it was just so cool. Such a cool way of growing up and having so many. I don't know. It was just it just brings me back. So really, like such a huge chunk of my life was growing up in that store, and then like obviously helping out. I like used to fold ravioli boxes to get them ready. This face I'm making like actually reminds me of my son. I always say my daughter's my mini me and my son is like my wife's mini me, but it's funny how you can still look back at different pictures and pick up different pieces of each other or our parents or sisters. So this is just really cool. Another, I've told you guys, like Superman, it's been one of my boys forever. But yeah, that's little me. So this is outside of our West Orange home. That's what my mom was saying. This is in West Orange. So just again, it's just nuts going back and like you get transported there. So I do recommend it. I do recommend going back to look. I skipped that over one. There we go. Like the caption says, told y'all Leonardo was my favorite. As Raphael has become my favorite later in life. Like I was just joking with Frank when it came to Cyclops and Leonardo. Like I'm trying to live that like pure Boy Scout life now just to be like a better version of myself for my kids and my wife. So like now it's funny that like I went through my anti-hero, attitude, bad dudes with attitudes, and now I'm back on my like Boy Scout leaders. So Leonardo, man, try to give him some love. I'm gonna have to come up with some cool shots for some of my Turtle Tuesday shots. Maybe give some Leo some shine. But that was, I believe, 5th grade. I think this is a 5th grade Halloween costume. My mom said that was a tree outside of the school, but it was either 4th or 5th grade when I was Leo. And it was fun. And like, again, I definitely rocked that post Halloween as like playset stuff. This is probably from that same Batman picture from before, but later in the day. And I just wanted to point out the vacuum cleaner attachment because that's what I think, when you think about our childhood, again, if you grew up in the 80s, 90s or 70s, something that the internet, I feel like has maybe taken away is the use of imagination. And that's something that like, I know that I'm focusing on with my kids in terms of just making sure that they are playing constantly. And so far they've been making me super proud. I'll just sit there like smiling at them when I hear them take a random everyday thing and start turning it into whatever else. Like, I remember using those vacuum cleaner attachments a lot as swords or daggers or whatever else, because, again, imagination, using the imagination, because it's so, and that's why I love toy photography. I feel like I'm accessing that piece of my brain that had went dormant for a really long time. And again, when you factor in internet, college, like just, then starting a career, just doing all the grown up stuff. But that's why I love what we do. I love toy photography so much because it's like unlocked. If it was behind a vault or like it was like a toy chest that opened up again. And that's this is who you get to see now. Like little me coming through, 40-year-old me taking toy pictures. And there it is, the Eye of Thundera. This again, like I remember the Power Sword definitely came first. Eye of Thundera was another Christmas present at some point because, like, I did not grow up wealthy. Like my parents are teachers. So we, it was basically birthdays and Christmas were my two, like, I'm getting new toys. So that was another, I can vividly remember getting that, getting the Lionel sword and just losing it because it lit up. I remember that, I would hold it up and and that was definitely some jokes that we asked my mom, like, how many times did you have to hear that? And she's like, yeah, it was all the time. And then this one is another great one I wanted to point out to you. because here where you can see the little stuff, that is the Spider-Man and the Batman that I'm always showing my new, like when I bring a new person on the stream and put the focus on them and ask them, what are your early toys that you can now blame for like your collection? That's them. So that was my 5th. You could see the cake, and if you can't make it out, it's Jimmy. It's my 5th birthday. My mom made that Superman cake. She was super big into the decorations and the decorating the cake. She did just again, like, give your kids a good childhood. That's all I can say, if you're a parent, just because that's like I get to look back and be like, yeah, my every birthday, my mom was like decorating the heck out of everything, and just like looking at it, look back, it's awesome. So she hung my toys as those decorations from the ceiling, and there's the Superman that I still have, and you can still kind of make out that symbol is messed up, and the cape is missing because I have him somewhere, but the S is like entirely gone, and I think he's missing an arm and the cape. So, but those were my 3. I told you that was my holy trinity of fandom growing up. Those are the 3 ones. As much as I loved He-Man and Lion-O, that's where it. See, like you can see by 5, I had funneled to superheroes, like the capes. That was my jam. Oh, and that was a new reel, and then again, thank you, Danny. So I'm gonna stop sharing and come back to you guys. Let's check up on the comments. Anybody here? Yeah. So, hey, what's going on, Betty? How you doing? Just a reminder that after me is the Lazy Boy Sunday with Blitz Figs, with Green Geek 88 and Thor 2012. I know they're doing a raffle tonight, so they're queuing up everything. So again, it'll be another nice reason to keep things short tonight, so you guys can all go check them out. And thanks, Frank. Yeah, a little walk through childhood, man. I'm telling you, that's the stuff that I love seeing. So, if anybody else ever comes across any of their childhood shots, drop them. Let us know, because I don't know. It's all part of who we are and where we are right now. So moving on. Let's do some birthday toy buys. So I shouldn't say toy buys. I didn't actually technically buy any of these. So number 1, this was a gift. So my wife took my son out to get presents for from the 3 of them for my kids. So this was awesome. So I now have the Mighty Thor. I am super pumped to have her because she was like, I know I swore off this line, and it wasn't this line's fault. I love Thor Ragnarok. I still say it's probably my favorite MCU movie. It probably is, because I can watch it at any point in the movie. I can watch it in its entirety, and just the comedy. Takai, I always mess up his name, and Takiti Wakai, I think that's his head. But anyway, I love his sense of humor. I love all the the other spin-off shows, not even spin-offs, but other shows he's done. I just love his sense of humor. It's so good. And I love everything about Ragnarok. So I was really sad that I had my anger towards Hasbro from a few weeks ago. And this was the wave that I was like, well, that's it. I'm putting my foot down. No more Build-A-Figure wave. Yeah. Now, it turns out that because my wife, this was part of the birthday surprise. So I'm very excited to have the Mighty Thor. Like, she looks awesome. I think somebody pointed out it would have been a little nicer to have like the brunette hair, but I guess she is more of a brunette, right, than the blondes. But this is a nice little hybrid, I guess, of the comic book version and the MCU version. But I'm just excited. So I haven't cracked her open yet. So she's still in box, but that's just because of the time to shoot. And just haven't had the idea strike yet. But I did open 2 other things. They were my pocket figures last week, so I didn't take anything with one of them. So let's see who's up next. Okay, so this is the box for Ravager Thor. This was the one that I was like, it was Mighty Thor I wanted and Ravager Thor. Those are the 2 that like jumped out at me when I had decided, okay, I'm not going to buy the full wave, but I have a version of MCU Thor from every movie. I have, I have the first one that came in a Lady Sif 2-pack. I have the Ragnarok Mezco over back there. I've shown him up before. Here, I'll show you again. I bought him at Comic-Con with my brother-in-law Mike. There we go. That was this past Comic-Con. Come on, autofocus. We doing it? We doing it, Cam? No? You're going to be a jerk? All right. Well, I bought him, and he was really, it was awesome because it was like he was listed for 77. Again, not, it's when you go to a Comic-Con, or like that was the New York Comic-Con, you can find deals. You could definitely find deals. You have people that are just like willing to negotiate and sell, just like the smaller ones. So I think I got him for 77, which was really great because even now, I just saw the other day that he's going for a little bit more. I'm sorry it's not auto-focusing. I don't know what to tell you. There we go. Good looking figure. Good looking figure. I love Chris Hemsworth. I have to do more with this guy too. Like, that's the thing. I've been buying. So anyway, I Thor is somebody. I love Hemsworth. I love his rendition of Thor, his version, so much that I've wanted to get all of his. He's one of the figures I don't mind having, multiple copies. So I have the Thor Ragnarok. I have. He's put away, but I've talked about him before. But I have Bro Thor. I have Endgame. I've Endgame armored. It was the SH Figure Arts Thor. I was torn between the Figure Arts and the Mafex, but because I had been doing a bunch of the Figure Arts Avengers, that's where I went, and I liked all the accessories a little bit better. Like, he has the Mjolnir with the lightning strike, coming at the top. It's very cool. So I have that one. So again, all the main versions. So of course, I needed to get this version. There he is. And I love this head sculpt so much. I think this is a great head sculpt, and it'll work really well. I haven't done it yet, but throwing him on the body of the first Thor. And that's why I didn't buy, what are they calling him? Oh, just the Thor. The Thor with the helmet. That's the one that I'm going to pass on, like legend-wise. There's been the Figure Arts here. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to search for it real quick. So Figure Arts has the Love and Thunder pre-orders up. So here we go. So they're $80 each. Let's see. Colton's Cooking Comics, man. What's going on, dude? It is a belated birthday. It's my birthday week. This is like the culmination. This is the last day. Tomorrow, the decorations will come down. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching. I'm happy Frank and I were able to entertain you while you were food prepping at your job. That made me happy to see, dude, really. All right, so here we go. This is from GameStop. If in case you weren't aware of it, let's see. Here's the Thor. So he's awesome. And I haven't pre-ordered him yet, but I thought that because I have the Endgame version, that this would be another good one to get. But then I have to, I don't know. I might hold on. Maybe I'll get the Mafex version for this one. The only reason is this doesn't have the helmeted version. So here I am trying to be good about, all right, if I'm going to get a premium one over that Legends, there's got to be a better Legends version of that Thor helmeted version, but he doesn't come with the helmet. So it's the outfit. This is going to be that new Thor look, but no helmeted version. He just has two heads with those like lightning eyes. So that's a little bit of a bummer. So I'm still on the fence. Not going to lie. Like here, this is the whole wave. It's this Thor. There he is. And of course, sorry for the camera tonight. I don't know why it's doing such a poor job of autofocusing, but that's the Thor that I'm referring to. He doesn't have a Build-A-Figure part, so maybe I'll scoop him up. I don't know. But I really love the Ravager look, and now this is from Storm. So like a Storm lightning effect from like X-Men Storm. And I just really dig it. The Stormbreaker, you can see people have talked about like the new plastic that they've been using. It's very bendable. See, a little bit of a bend right there. But yeah, so that's the lightning effects. He didn't come with lightning effects, which is a bummer because again, I've seen in conversations people have been having in group chats and stuff that like for me, I have stuff, obviously. But if you are somebody new to a line, hey, you're not going to give Thor any lightning effects. It's kind of messed up. Even with the Ravager Thor, like, why not? He has Stormbreaker. I'm assuming he's going to have, sparkle fingers. So anyway, it bends, but it is relatively straight. So that's not a big deal. And I know that the jacket can come off. I've seen people take that off and take pictures of it. So yeah, see, that'll slide off if I want. And then it's another cool, even with the boots, it's going to be another cool civilian. I might even use it as a Yimbo body. Who knows? I'm not this tall, but I might have to see. Let's see if I hold them up against. This is where I've been using this head, not this particular head sculpt, this body. This is the Infinity War Captain America, but I've kept this head on ever since I took a Last Avenger. It was like Captain America, the final Avenger, and I just love this Hawkeye head. I've talked about it before. So the Infinity War, the bearded cat, those are the ones that I've been using lately as a Yimbo. And let's see, size-wise. Yeah, so he is bigger. Look at that. So if I want massive, muscular, want to see myself if I was 6'5", with jacked to the gills, maybe I'll throw my bearded Infinity War cap heads on, my Yimbo heads. So yeah, so I'm torn about the Thor figure. I didn't get gore, and it's again a choice of I'm just weighing out what's coming into the house, because like I'm still trying to eBay stuff and keep that like spinning door. What's the one in the hotels? rotating door. Try to keep the rotating door of the collection moving, so I don't feel overwhelmed. Where, like I said, I'm on the borderline of feeling a little. Got a lot of toys, but that's okay because, like I said, this is just right now when I look out of the basement again because of the cleaning for the party. So gore, I decided against it because I have this shelf of villains, 2 shelves actually, of guys that I don't use enough to get punched in the face. A lot of times I'll come up with henchmen or I'll use Cobra soldiers. They get punched in the face a lot. So I have all of these bad guys that I want to start using more. And again, that's going to be my message of 2022 is like, use what you have, like don't feel like you need to get caught up in the FOMO, like use what you have. So I skipped gore, even though that Christian Bale likeness looks incredible. And then King Valkyrie, that Valkyrie figure looks amazing. But is she going to end up being another figure on my shelf? And I hate to pull off the females. Like, look, the bottom line is I try to have representation in my collection. I really do. So here's Lady Sif, for instance. She came with that 2-pack. She's great. I've only shot her maybe once, putting up against Wonder Woman. So Valkyrie, I do want her as in my collection. I do, but she's someone, and I hate to roll the dice with her, but she's somebody I'm going to hope to get in clearance. And speaking of, Rabbit's Den mentioning the Mcfarland sale, that's something I'll talk about today too. I finally scored some clearance buys from Target finally, because I've been no longer jumping at the retail pre-order for some stuff. And yes, revolving door. Thank you, Clint. All right. So that's where I am. Gore, I think he's awesome, in terms of the look of him, the facial recognition, he looks like Christian Bale. But he's on, if I get him on clearance, and Valkyrie, same deal. And Star-Lord, I'm not getting Star-Lord because I really want that Disney wave, that Disney pack that is currently at the shops by the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in Disney parks. I might, Misty Owl Figures is an awesome account on Instagram, and Simon offered to maybe grab it for me. So I haven't, I said I think I'm going to, but I think I need to hit him up and be like, please get that for me, because that's all I've wanted ever since the Children of Thanos, which was this. I only kept 2 of the 5. So this was the Thanos that from the Children of Thanos 5-pack that Amazon had. There were 2 5-packs. I thought this was going to start the ball rolling because I wanted this Thanos and Cole Obsidian. So those are the 2 I kept, and then I sold the other 3 that were in the Children of Thanos pack. All loose and separate over the course of whatever. But then there was that Wolverine with the fight. He was the shirtless Wolverine, and that was a 5-pack. And I didn't get that, but I was like, okay, when are you going to give me the Guardians? And they did it, but it's a Disney park exclusive. So I think I'm going to hit up Simon and be like, yeah, man, next time you go, send it to me with, I'll pay the shipping, obviously. So that's what I want, or I want Amazon to make that exclusive. So that's why I'm not getting the Star-Lord. That's a long-winded way of me saying I'm holding off because I don't need what's his name? The Korg. That's right, Korg. I don't need Korg because I have Korg. I have this Korg. I know it's a different paint. This is a lighter version. You can already kind of see it. And I know it's going to be a different mock-up, But what am I going to do? I have one, and I bought Korg thinking I'm going to do all these video game shots. And I love, again, Takai with Wakiti. If I'm messing that up, I know. But I love his New Zealand accent. I love his voice. And he's just one of my favorite parts of Ragnarok. So I just haven't shot him enough at all. So I don't need to build a figure. And that makes me happy. So that Star-Lord I'm passing on because I want that 5-pack. I want something where I can get them all because I don't have any Guardians at all except for this Groot. And I got this Groot because, and come on, there we go. I got this Groot. Oh, that's it. There we go. Because it's like Teenage Groot. And in the 5-pack, and here, I can bring that up too. Keep talking about it, but Guardians, Galaxy, Legends. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, there it is. Some marvelous news. So I'm going to share this out real quick. And then you can just see what I'm talking about here. There it is. This is what I want. This is all I've wanted ever since I saw that Children of Thanos pack. This is also an amazing set, like it's Evolution of Groot. But here's why I was so excited that one of my kids, like I can say with air quotes, one of my kids got me this Groot because this has like the little baby. Well, actually, sorry, there's baby Groot. And then there's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like toddler Groot. And then there's big old OG Guardians 1 Groot. So that's why I wanted this guy. Because he fills in that void that pack will have. So I'm super excited. And I wanted each evolution of Groot. I think that's so cool. And again, I missed out on that pack originally. And this Groot came with an extra hand, which I forgot to take out of there. So he has a trigger hand. He has a gun. And then he's got some awesome like tree attachments. Here, I'll stop sharing and bring this back up. So he's got some nice little tree attachments here. So it's really great. This is a really fun figure, and he's, nice and articulate, single jointed elbows and knees, but that's okay because, he's got a lot of nice movement on the feet. You can get a nice flat, so getting a nice spread. He's buttery. He's a really fun figure. He's really neat, and I just need to come up with some ideas for him. And he's got that awesome teenage angst look about him, which just cracks me up. So those were the ones from my wife and children. Made me very happy. Oh, here we go. Who else is in the house? So Cox Create, and he said, I haven't opened my Groot yet. Dude, it's fun, man. I just need to come up with ideas. But he's a fun figure. He's a good time. So those are my 3 from the wave. Like I said, so Valkyrie and Gore are potentials. Same thing with Thor. If this Thor clearance, I'm gonna roll the dice and see if I can get it for clearance. I actually just saw Simon Figures that he just said in a group chat that he was able to score his for $10 already. So Walmart already is starting to clearance these out, which is insane. And of course, they're probably going to be gone at mine, but it is what it is. Like I said, if I can find them, I'm telling myself, if I get it, it's cool. And if not, like, this is what I'm happy with from this wave. So there we go. Those are the ones from the family. And now, let's see. I'm excited because I had been holding out on any of the Mcfarland Batman figures. Like I've had my love-hate relationship with Mcfarland stuff. So it made me very happy. Like I've stopped. I was like, I'm not gonna get the Batman toys because it's gonna take work to like get them right. Like I'm gonna have to heat them up. I'm gonna have to do the torso mod just to get like the posing I want. And then I know people have done like the awesome cape work, getting custom capes. So I didn't want to do all of that. But now I think I'm going to, because my cousin who showed up looked, and it was so sweet. It made me so happy. He looked through my page and he's like, "Oh, he doesn't have this one," and he was right. So here we go. I do have my first The Batman figure, and then this is going to get into where I'm going to talk about my second and third that are going to come. So, yeah, the maskless version, I love. Like, I'll be able to do a shot similar to this. I have to figure out, like, I don't know. Now I've wanted to do shots about this version of Batman, and I've just been using other Batman figures to kind of do the lighting and the mood. But I'm excited to take some maskless shots of this guy. And I don't have to worry about the torso mod. And now, because I have the maskless version, I got gift cards to GameStop. So I know it's still available on GameStop. So, please don't buy them out while I'm on the stream. But I'm going to get the masked version. And then that guy, I will do the torso mod. Because I was looking. The figure arts I had originally pre-ordered on Big Bad, and I finally canceled that because it might come out anywhere from October to January. That's ridiculous. Like, I can't. And I know that when I mentioned it to other people, they were like, well, like there's like the knees and the legs are funny. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, I guess they are kind of goofy looking. So I'm not going to get the figure arts one. I do have the Mezco Batman pre-ordered, like the Batman. So that one is going to be the definitive version of this figure. But it's going to be Mezco Land time. So March 2023, if not July 2023. So who knows, right? So I don't know. I think I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to, now that I have some gift cards and this guy is, broke the floodgates for me wide open, I'm going to get the masked version. I'll torso mod him. I probably will keep the regular cape on. But this way, I really love that movie. I've watched it now 5 times. It's been on 5 times. The last time I watched, it's just so good. So I'm super excited. So thank you to, again, my cousin for doing that. Let's see. Don't buy reg. Check out the sculpts on 5K first. Yes, I did see that, Cox. So Josh, I did notice that there were those Mcfarland packs. So that's another one that I might just mod the heck out of these figures. All right, so now the other one that I just ordered, again, thanks to birthday and sales. So if you guys don't know, I'm sure it's been the talk of the toy world, like on Instagram, is Target's massive clearancing out of so many Mcfarland figures. So I did get caught into it. I got 3 figures for like $30, which is not bad. And one of them is the Catwoman. I got the masked version. I'm just going to keep with that. So masked Catwoman. I got the Black Adam from the Frost Giant set, just because, it'll be nice to have a Black Adam. Plus, I figure I'm going to try, I think I've seen people do it already, but put a rock, like the Rock's head from one of his figures, because those are 7-8 inch figures, those Mattel wrestlers. So I'm going to see if I can throw a rock head on Black Adam on that body, because, that's like Mcfarland's really, outside of Mezco, which still is limited with what is, accessible for retail. I'm always going to put that little caveat for retail, DC wise. It's not like your selections are so slim. So that's who I want to fill out my DC figures is Mezco stuff. But since they're not all available, and I looked at that. The Black Adam they had on Amazon is like through the $255. Someone listed it for like, that's what's up there. Like, I'm not going to do that. So $10 Mcfarland. I think it was under $10 for real. Same with that Catwoman. And then I got the Lando. They finally clearanced out the Lando. I think he was he $6 or $9? But I was psyched. So I only went for 3. There was a ton on there. Of course, a lot of what was clearanced out I already owned, so a lot of it was like egg on my face, but that's okay. Rocksteady, what's going on, man? And Cox, what are you saying here? I'm waiting for the new Page Puncher Black Adam. Yeah, that was a neat one too, and the Constantine. The Constantine looks really good, but again, I for the price, I can buy McFarland's. I'm comfortable buying McFarland's at the clearance rate at this point. Because like I said, I've never knocked the figures. It's just like the $20 price point is great, but then for the issues that I have personally with them, like I just kind of stopped getting them. That Dark Nightwave hooked me in, and I still love them tremendously. But then I just haven't wanted to carve out any more torso mods. They hurt my hands. So, but I do have another Mcfarland. See, that's the thing. Like, people know I love Batman, Superman. So this is cool. So this is from my brother-in-law, Mike, and they got me some GameStop stuff too. But in terms of having a figure to open, I am super excited about. I got one of my 3 Jokers, right? This is from the 3 Jokers, yeah. So this is the clownfish version. I love it. The clownfish Joker. Get that picture right? Not really. But yeah, literally has a clownfish with him. And yeah, so another awesome one. So I'm excited because, you know, like when it comes to, like, I'm going to crack them open, take some feature shots, you know. So this is now entering my pile of to be opened, to be reeled, or to be photographed. So just very exciting. So again, I love that, you know, people were able to find me figures that I don't own. That's like a huge, like, I'm like the easiest, hardest person to buy for. That's what I was been told, which I totally understand. And then my you know, our friends and my neighbor, Dan, Captain 1134, came by yesterday. And first of all, what I saw, I was like, oh, Dan, you just condemned me to buying another wave of turtles. You silly son of a gun. Because I have my cartoon in disguise NECA turtles. I have my movie NECA turtles. So those are like my sets of turtles. This set has tempted me to no end because a lot of those Walmart trips that I go on, toy hunts, where there's nothing, they're on the pegs. And I'm like, they look awesome. They look great. And it says, you know, the BSC, the best features, articulation, assortment. I have been very intrigued by this line, but it was the issue of if I get one, then I'm going to get them all. But, and Dan, I know you like to watch myself, so thank you very much, my man. So no, I am very excited. So here's what I'm going to do. I am opening him. Donnie is going to be my pocket turtle. He's going to be my pocket figure that I love the accessories he came with. So he has the different hands. He has the 2 head sculpts. He's got his bow staff and a slice of pizza. He's going to be my pocket turtle. Whenever I want to have, you know, like the opportunity to, like, this is going to be my guy, because the NECA ones, we know NECA has, you know, their issues. So I would feel comfortable, and he's small. He's a little bit, you know, smaller scale, 5-inch. And what's cool is I have on pre-order, since I couldn't find the NECA shredder and I haven't wanted to do the $40, $50, $60 Super 7 figures for the cartoon. Like, I don't have a shredder, and I don't have April O'Neil. I don't have a Casey Jones. So Walmart, I guess a few months ago, when they did the G.I. Joe retro release and they had their own little fake con thing, I ended up pre-ordering. So I have Shredder and Casey Jones and a Foot Soldier pre-ordered from this line. And my goal was to throw them into the NECA world, you know, even though they're small. They are small, like that Shredder. But now I can it's perfect, because now Shredder, I have a turtle to face him off in this line. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I love it has the butterfly shoulder joints. That's actually one of the, like, that looks awesome on there. So I'm super stoked. In some of my turtle collabs, I know people shoot these. And so yes, so Dan, Captain 1134, thank you very much, dude. I'm very excited to like I said, to crack him open. He might be after the show. He might be an after the show. Yeah, either so. Yeah, because then all right. Sometimes I, you know, let myself get the brain is just going. All right, where are we on time? 8:45. All right. So in the chat, if you have ability to type, I would like to unbox another Mezco. Last week I unboxed my Cyclops figure. I took a couple of shots with him. So go check it out if you haven't. Or actually I could show you. Here, I think this is pretty cool. So I'll show you the 2 that I took. So these are the only 2 so far, but I really, really like this figure. So that's all balanced. I want to point that out. No blue tack. I thought I was going to have to go to the blue tack. That is balanced, my friends. that made me very proud as a toy photographer that I was able to cue that guy up, because those Mezits are not easy to work with. They have some articulation. You can swivel their legs around to get them to stand, but they are otherwise frustrating. So I am so proud of myself for that. So I love this figure. The eyes, like I use the light up feature on it, and then obviously, enhanced with color saturation and brightness, and, did my little tweaks to really, enhance it. Well, I use that word again. And then this one, same deal. I wanted to go with the smaller of the two, Path the Collector, Tuscan Traders, and now Mezco McSwain is in the fold as our pool party. Who gets pooled? Again, we were crushing that every single Friday for almost a full year. Like really, we went hard from March until October, and then ever since October, we do it when we can or if we have ideas. But we hit it hard, and I think this is maybe the start of bringing this back, because it was a lot of fun. So we did Mezco's get pooled. Mezco gets pooled this week, and I didn't know what to do with this head. This was part of the Mezco exclusive, the PX version, I guess. But this was my Mezco Monday win figure. And when I saw that head, like I have the one on the little tank body from the Legends, from the Hit Monkey 2-pack. I guess I just don't know what the purpose of that head is. I know people once tried to tell me. I could Google it, but out of the box, I'm like, what do I do with this guy? And when I think Frank last week mentioned using the Ubiquitous set as the Danger Room, and then like just things started firing in my head, and yeah, I love it. I don't know. So this cracked me up for a Mezco entry, and again, use the light up feature and then boosted all that stuff to get that really popping. So that was my Mezco from last week. So I think, I might make the decision for you, but I have two, because two are outcoming. I have Cable. I need it. I shouldn't say I need it. You don't need any of this stuff. I really wanted this Cable to go with my Deadpool, obviously. And there was two versions of it. And since I was getting that Cyclops, I wanted to keep that theme, cohesive, the look of this stuff. And then a Wolverine. So if you have a choice, this would actually be the easier one to unbox, which is why I'm kind of leaning towards Wolverine right now. So if you have a say, you have about 10 seconds to throw your vote in. Even if it's one person, I will open whatever you end up telling me in the next 10 seconds. But otherwise, I'm going to go Wolverine. No? All right. Here we go. So here we go, guys. This is the brown suit. Oh, Rabbit's Den going Cable. All right. That's okay. You don't have to apologize, my friends. Here we go. This is a cool one. So I haven't had a tin one. I guess the Ascending Knight was my last tin. I do love Mezco packaging, just as like a side note. So when they hit the tins, it makes me very happy. All right. So here we go. Oh, man. God, there's nothing better. There really isn't anything better than... You know what? I'm happy you said this. I'm happy you said it, because I've seen the Logan up close. This one, I haven't. The one... come on. There we go. I do love the tins. I love the tins. I love them. I would use them for other stuff if it wasn't for my, keeping all the boxes safe for potential future resale value if I ever part with them. Like, it's such a long disclaimer for the reasons why. But I will say I have two Vapors. Well, I did have two Vapors. I have two Vapor lunch boxes, because the one that I broke, I had basically stripped down and sold for parts, and made up just about everything back. And I still have some stuff that is up on eBay, like individual heads, a couple of other his accessories. So I made back just about like the waitlist price of the Vapor, which is so awesome. So I have the second lunchbox, and I thought about listing that on eBay too. And I was like, no, I'm going to keep that for like Mezco stuff. So I do have a tin. I do have a tin box that I can play with. All right. So here he is. So let's check him out. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Something moved on me in here. All right. So again, you know, my little unboxings. You know, I'll keep it short. Show you a couple little things. I'm not gonna get into the. There he is. Yep, I am very happy with my purchase. I am very happy with my choice here. I'm even happier that he goes from, I've seen 80, like that's where I almost bought him for 80 a couple of times, either on eBay or Zavvi had him on sale too, and it might still be. But he typically goes for, I think he was a $99 Mezco, you know, retail. But thanks to Lago Figs, my boy Dave, who does the Chat Migos stuff and the Toy Migos, he was able to get him from Comic Fortress down in Somerville. So it was free comic book day. They were doing 25% off. And I just, come on, baby. No, not showing off. So anyway, it's a really cool store. It's a very cool store. So if you are in the New Jersey, I wouldn't necessarily say New York area because it's like more on the way to mid Jersey. But that actually, I don't know. It's another cool shop. I'm going to be going again in the not too distant future. So the one time I did go, which I guess was 2 comic book days ago, I met up with Lago there, and it's just walls of toys, and then obviously tons of comic books. So yeah, looks great with the side, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't have the exact idea in mind, but I'm definitely doing a like Father's Day shot with Cyclops and Cable, like for sure. The light up feature I wanted to show off because I'm not going to turn it on, but just to show you how it works. So this clicks to the side, and this is what I figured was going to look like. Okay, so that's how it looks for Cyclops too. So anybody probably with the Kriegs, anybody with any kind of like light up features, the light is right in there inside the peg, which is pretty cool. And then you know, the battery stuff, and then it has these little notches on it that hook down into the neck. So you have to turn it on the bottom. Does he have a? Oh, the battery's in there. Nice. So yeah, so that pops on. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's the light up feature. Nice. So that's it. There's Cable's light up feature. Super into it. I really do love that Mezco touch. It is nice. It's just a nice. I don't know what else to say about it. It's very cool that they do this. It just really is a nice enhancement. Not that I want to leave the batteries on, but especially for shots, even if anything, it gives you like I said, something like a guidance to go on in your editing and to show off where you know boost it. You might even catch some kind of like you know natural lens flare. Frank, yeah, you want it, dude. He's good. He's gonna go perfectly. I'm telling you, he's gonna go perfectly with Cyclops, man. And now it's neat because like now I'm kind of tempted about that Bishop because I might waitlist myself if he's still available. I haven't thought about it, but now I'm slowly expanding my X-Men line because now I have Deadpool, I have Cyclops, now I have Cable. I'm thinking who else X-Men wise? Yeah, because I was going heavy like Justice League and Avengers at first. So yeah, and now I have Wolverine. So my X-Men mutants, my Mezco mutants, are starting to grow, which is really awesome. So yeah, that's just angry face, and then he's got this second head, just a nice the nice stoic, just a little stoic look there. And then he's got some BFGs. This one looks very similar, but the paint job is different to one that they gave Gomez. So I have one that looks like from the Hazard Squad Gomez figure. But again, paint on this is way different. So BFG right there. Got another one too. And this one's cool. I don't know. Does this have... All right. It doesn't look like a light up feature, but translucent. It's hard to show it off properly. Ooh, hold on. If I do this, there you go. See? Using my brain. So you get that plastic. So that's going to be neat. I'll be able to light that up using lighting. So that's really neat. I'm not sure. He comes with 2 of these small little. Oh, ammunition. I'm sure that's ammo. If I had to guess, that looks like ammo somewhere. Oh yeah, that looks like that'll probably pop into. Yep. So there's 2 of these. Oh. 2 of these guys. Very cool. That pop in the side, the clips. So 2 clips of ammo for the big guns. He has 6 hands. He's got this awesome spear. And again, Mezco doesn't play. That looks like the edge of a razor blade. Like, it's sharp. Like, again, you got to be careful with Mezco stuff. That obviously, I'm not slicing my finger on it here, but that is pokey. Just like my Spider-Man 2099, those talons on the side, those will mess you up. So anyway, awesome spear here. And then he's got a little gun for his holster. And again, there's nothing better than a figure that can fit his accessories. You know, there's just nothing better. So this is another win for me, guys. I am super excited about this cable. I got to figure out something now. I will not be shooting tonight. Last week after Frank, my wife had already gone to bed. We had run long. So, well, I mean, again, in a good way. We were having a blast. So, like when we were done, I was still a little riding the adrenaline and set up the Cyclops shot with the Mezit. And then immediately started brainstorming for the Deadpool one. And like the idea was just like pull. You know? But I'm excited. So I have to think of some stuff. It's gonna probably be Deadpool in his arms. Like, let's be honest, that first one is gonna be like, it's so good to see you. So, or a big old double bear hug. Oh, like this is probably the captain. Yeah, look, he took off Strife. Yeah, dude, it's I'm excited, dude. I am excited. I'm very excited. Again, just I love Mezco stuff. I love it. And that's kind of like, again, been my focus. I will throw this out again, a parting piece of wisdom. Like I said, I always like to, like the Toy Daddies and I, like No Chewing and Toy Father. We had been talking about, we did an episode a while back on how to alleviate some of the toy collecting stressors that we've been going through, because it's everybody, and that's okay. It is everybody. So here I wanted to show once again that this is the Yimbo Buys Everything show, but just because that's the joke, I do not buy it all. I do not. And I am here to tell you that it's okay if you pass. I have not pre-ordered the Spider-Man figure. I really want to, but do I need another Spider-Man? And that's where I am right now. It's amazing. So if you have, that's awesome. And I look forward to your shots. Like, that Goblin is sick. Like, see, this is the FOMO. I don't want to miss him and then have like Goblin and then they tease, and here, I'll show you the rest. Like, that's super cool. But do I want to go with these retro styles? I don't know. Or do I want to keep going with Mezco for Spider-Man stuff? Like, I love my Spidey 2099, but it is a look, like I even held out. My mother-in-law got me an Amazon gift card. This is really cool. The light up eyes, again, it's a nice feature. But then it kind of looks like this is the shot that made me think it looks very Mego-ish, which again, it's going for a retro look that I don't know if I need to have. Again, not to use that word need. It's amazing. Like, that's cool, throwing them against the Doom. Again, if this is a tease for a Doc Ock, I will get that Doc Ock just because that'll probably be pretty amazing. So it's great. Look at it. Like, you get 5 heads. So that's what I'm saying. For $120, should it be $120? I don't know. This definitely feels like an inflation price on it. Like that's cool web effects. Like this is a reuse from like 2099, and then that may have been a reuse from another Spider-Man. I'm not really sure. Um, these are cool. Like the mask like that. I don't know if I'd use these spider tracers or the receiver in a shot. The camera, heck yeah. The Spidey sense is really awesome. And then like the stands, I don't even take the Mezco stands out anymore. So I don't know. I'm passing. I've been passing on it. Big Bad had it up, but that still has a $12 non-refundable. So I might wait and see if it goes to like waitlist on the Mezco site or the toy chest, that toy store that I went to and just bought this Wolverine from. If he gets it, I have to reach out to him because that's another thing. Again, when making relationships and getting to know the owners of these local toy shops and toy stores or comic book stores, I really encourage it because, like I said, Mezco has been putting the squeeze on retailers where he had to pre-order like 24, and it's been a while now, and I didn't know this, but for a small toy store or a small comic book shop, 24 of a figure. So he was telling me he's got like 24 Destros coming. And I'm like I'm not gonna get any of those Joes, like the Mezco Joes. So like I feel bad, but like that's that's tough. So he's got to pick and choose which ones he's gonna go in on. If he goes for Spidey, that would be one I would then probably buy through a local toy store. Like I would get it from him, but I don't. So I have to check in. Or if it gets waitlisted, I would do the waitlist so I'm not connected to like a non-refundable deposit. And at the end of the day, that's kind of like what it is. I'm tired of committing money to stuff that like I don't know when that Mezco Batman is going to come out. Like the Batman, it says March, but will it? I don't know. Same thing with my Justice League 3-pack. I have that Justice League 3-pack that was supposed to come out in February. Now it's saying July. I hope July, So whatever. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just it can get tiring, and that all eats into that, like I said, into that FOMO of like this Jimmy's trying to be well behaved about his spending. This Yimbo's trying not to like put too much out there, to wait on. But then will 2023 Yimbo be kicking myself now? Probably. But like I said, Agent Variant, our boy George, he's been on the show before. He always said, he's like, if you miss something, he's like, something will always come back around. You just have to have patience. So that's the thing. I'm trying to practice patience, delayed gratification. Now I have the Cyclops end cable. The cable I still might not even play with right away. I might put him back in the tin tonight and just kind of let that be a figure to really explore and play with like one night this week when I'm inevitably going to have a rough day. I need to change gears and play with some toys. I think that'll be a cable night. But anyway, let's see. So Rabbit's Den, yeah, let's see. Migo Wish. That's it. I'm telling you, it's stopping me. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Speaking of my Spider-Mans, I have a lot, I'm proud of my Spider-Man collection. But at the same time, it is a lot of Spider-Mans. So rather than get another Mezco Spider-Man, my mother-in-law got me a gift card to Amazon, and I was looking at what was there, through all the toy lines, and I specifically started looking at Mezco because, of course. So stuff that was retail wasn't a lot. There was a Captain Marvel that I was really tempted about because I think it was like $71, and with the gift card, it'd be like, really low. But then I was like, do I need another Captain Marvel? I have this one I've talked about before, the Peppa Potts 2-pack. It's with the short hair. I also have the Diamond Select, but I'm probably going to list her sooner than later. So I have a Captain Marvel. That's my Captain Marvel. It's the Endgame version. You can say what you. I prefer her with the longer hair than the short hair from Endgame, but it is comic book accurate. So you have the comic book MCU version. Do I need another Brie Larson in my life? Probably not. So I decided no to the Mezco Captain Marvel. What it came down to, I'll just go to the spoilers. I came down to the stealth suit Spider-Man because I found for $79 or $76, whatever. It was going to be like $80, like without the gift card. And who was the other one? Oh, the one I ended up getting, Catwoman. So Catwoman, I found, she was still retail for $80. So it came down to, do I need another Spider-Man? If I bought that Spider-Man, I would absolutely only turn him into Spider-Man Noir, because I have the trench coat from my Netflix Punisher, and I don't actually like the look of that trench coat on this Frank Castle. I like him better like this. So that jacket has been sitting up. He's up top right now, but remember a few episodes ago, I threw him on the black and gold, like the laundry suit from No Way Home Spider-Man, and he's currently my Spider-Man Noir. So that was the whole thing. Like, it would work well, Mezco jacket on a Mezco. The only thing I'd be lacking is a hat. I can pick one up on eBay, but then I came down to, do I need another Spider-Man? And the answer really is no, because I have an amazing assortment of Marvel Legends. I have those pre-ordered ones that came out, and I have like the 2-pack and all the anniversary, whatever ones that they just announced when we all went, oh, it's a Spidey Holothon. I have all of those coming. So I have a ton of Spider-Man figures, and I have all of these that I still have to shoot. So I said no to the Mezco Spider-Man. I said no to the stealth suit Mezco Spider-Man. And I got Catwoman. My wife was like, how many female Mezcos do you have? And I said, just 2. I have Harley, the recent one, and I have my Wonder Woman. And I want to shoot more of those. Those are characters I love. Catwoman. I love shooting Batman. Why not? I have, like, Catwoman is an iconic. And she even said, she's like, that suit is really awesome. And it is. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's a stealth suit, but it has the, it's a nice blend of realism and comic books, like it has a tactical look, but not really. So I'm super pumped. And that had 3 head sculpts too, and a limited amount of hands. But what else does she need? It's 3 heads, removable goggles, and then like the 6 pairs of hands. And I think I'm set. She got the whip. So I'm pumped. So Catwoman's coming, Amazon. So she'll probably be here, I'm hoping in a day, but maybe I forget now. But whatever, she'll be coming this week. So it'll be another Mezco. So I'll have Cable, Wolverine, and Catwoman to, like I said, reward myself after a hard day of work. I can crack open a premium figure. Because again, I'm trying to, I'm not trying to bring home all of the Mezco right now. And I think that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. This has been a fun show tonight. I did end up going longer than I thought, but I still hear my wife up, which is awesome. I know she wanted to go to bed early tonight too. And I think that'll be the case. I'm going to go try to catch up on one of our Sunday night shows and then hit the hay myself. So again, thank you guys for coming out, hearing a little bit about my life in childhood. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Hopefully, you recognize some toys that maybe you had from your childhood too. And maybe I helped you with or without buying some stuff, or talked you out of some stuff, or maybe talked you into some stuff. Again, we are all still enablers, so that will happen. But thank you very much for everybody for checking it out. And I hope you enjoy this upcoming week at work. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And this is one man's journey from the toy aisle. I think I got it right, Sunty. So everybody, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you. Ooh. Sorry, look at me ruining. I had the nice, beautiful flow. I'm going to take off next Sunday. I might do an Instagram thing just for fun. And then if it's long enough, share it to YouTube. So you have something to listen to. If you are somebody that has gotten accustomed to watching me Sunday nights, or, if you play this on a replay at some point during the week, again, I truly, truly appreciate the fact that you will spend your life listening to me talk about toys. So sincerely, thank you. So I know how I am about podcast stuff, where it's like I get bummed if like a week, I don't have it. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'm not planning on doing a live YouTube show because it's going to be Memorial Day weekend. I'd probably be down the shore. So like I said, I might do like an Instagram thing and then save and post that video here. Again, if it's long enough, or it might be another short 10, 15-minute thing. But that's all, just to give you a heads up that I'll probably be taking off next week. But then I'm going to come back with a vengeance. I need to hit up some of my buddies and other accounts about some new toy photography interviews. I know Pat the Collector, we want to get him on soon, and maybe probably bring back Tuscan again, and maybe even Mezco McSwain. Like he was on one of my early streams. So I'll have to see if I get the pool party back together. But that's it. All right, for real, the last time. Thank you very much, everybody, for checking me out. And have a wonderful night, everybody. I'll see you later. See ya.